Hi everybody, welcome to the stream, welcome. Hope you guys having a good day or hoping that you guys have better days ahead. For me, all I can say is folks is that, well, today's Saturday and, well, so far not so bad. This is Marlon here and this is episode 30 of Kingdom Hearts 2. We will get to that at 7 p.m. If I can finish this fast without tiring myself out, then that'll be good news. Anyway, let's just get to the weather. Let me just pop up the chat real quick. Come on, hold on a minute. It's not even working. Okay, now it is. Now it is. Okay. Well, right now it is 72 degrees with clear skies, and so far we had temperatures that are in the low to mid 70s today. Tomorrow it'll get cloudy with temperatures remaining in the 70s, and Monday similar story but with sunny skies. Tuesday and Wednesday some showers will be there with temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s for the high. And for Thursday there will be clouds. Friday showers with a high of 70. Though for the lows, they'll all be in the 60s. Let's take a look at the weather using Radar Omega. Okay, so 36 active weather alerts. We got 4 severe thunderstorm warnings in Indiana, Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. 5 flash flood warnings in Virginia, Arkansas, and Canada. 19 special weather statements in Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Kansas, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, New Mexico, Nevada, Georgia, Texas, and West Virginia. I don't know if I already said Illinois, but why not? 2 dense fog advisories, 5 air quality alerts, and 1 flood warning. Alright, not bad. Let's take a look at the Northeast. But not for those who are affected by storms. Let's try to make this quick so that I can play Kingdom Hearts 2 for you guys. What do we have here? We have an area of high pressure dominating throughout the Northeast. Just so you know, folks, today is considered the last weekend before summer concludes tomorrow. Because on Monday, it'll be the first day of astronomical fall. So it'll be happy autumnal equinox. So all of this high pressure is bringing in air. But there's a cold front to the south. But other than that, dry weather's dominating throughout the Northeast, except for Delaware, Virginia, parts of Maryland, and West Virginia. I think I can hear background music, folks. Never mind. Flash flood warnings are in and around the Richmond area. I'm supposed to play the radar for you guys. Yep. Lots of thunderstorms, guys. Lots of thunderstorms in Virginia, the Delmarva Peninsula, in and around the Baltimore, Washington area, and as well as West Virginia with the special weather statement that's there, just to the east of Charleston and northeast of Beckley. Oh yeah, and let's not forget about Pittsburgh, getting some showers and thunderstorms going in the meantime, folks. Go down south, as you can see, plenty of pop-up thunderstorms all across the south. Yep. Although much of the northern part of North Carolina, they're quite dry because of a cold front. Yet there is a special weather statement located right around north of Charleston, and southeast of Columbia, South Carolina, and southwest of Myrtle Beach, and South Florence. Yeah, right between Florence and Charleston, South Carolina. Another special weather statement just to the northeast of Macon. Plenty of special weather statements in western Oklahoma, plus one severe thunderstorm warning to the northeast of Woodward, Oklahoma. But even though you have areas of high pressure there, but that don't mean anything, considering pop-up thunderstorms that are there. In northwestern Arkansas, just right between Fayetteville and Bentonville, there is a flash flood warning that's there. Another severe thunderstorm warning that's located in the northeastern part of Amarillo, Texas. Florida, you do have one flood warning just to the west of Daytona Beach. Tennessee. Well, Tennessee, a few places are dealing with some thunderstorms right now. There is a stationary front and a small cold front located in the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. We move to the north. There's an occluded front that's located in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, yet split into two stationary fronts. One that's swinging down through Illinois, Missouri, and then into Kansas and the panhandles part of the country. And another one going through Chicago, just evading Indianapolis, and then becomes a cold front as it crosses the Ohio River and heads to North Carolina. There is an area of high pressure that's present throughout the Dakotas, but yet all that cold air will remain behind the all-occluded front, folks. Let's look further. I failed to mention that there are some air quality alerts in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. Another set of air quality alerts in Louisville and in southeastern Indiana, but just not located within Cincinnati, but it's just west of which. There is a severe thunderstorm warning located just south of Indianapolis near Greenwood. Special weather statement, it's located just northeast of Mount Vernon. Another special weather statement located in the northwestern suburb of Chicago. Two special weather statements just located between Eau Claire and Appleton and Oshkosh, Wisconsin. But elsewhere, you're dealing with a lot of thunderstorms all across the entirety of the Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, western part of the Great Lakes region, the Dakotas. I hope things didn't really... Hope I didn't screw things up. Okay, good. All right. Kansas and a few parts of Nebraska, they have some showers and some thunderstorms that are there. Then we move on to the west, where there's plenty of dry weather throughout much of the northern Rockies, except for southern Idaho, a few parts in Wyoming, the Great Basin states like Utah, but in northern half of Nevada, Colorado, parts of the desert Southwest, Northern California, Oregon, and what's about to be the northwestern corner of Olympic National Park. There are dense fog advisories in and around the Astoria, Oregon area and into Washington State. Special weather statements located located in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Another special weather statement just northwest of Elko, Nevada. another severe thunderstorm warning in the northeastern corner of New Mexico with 2 special weather statements, next to which you do have a stationary front that's swinging through New Mexico, Colorado, and stops at Cheyenne with a low pressure center there. Plenty of H's and L's to go along with it, but that all depends on the topography, the geography, and where moisture, dry air are located. Now let's see. Let's take a look. See what's going on. Of course, I always forget things. Right here, folks. So let's start off with the Northeast. Got some strong winds that are coming from New England, but blowing offshore, but moving towards the Mid-Atlantic, with winds moving at around 20 to 30 miles per hour in the coastal areas. In New England, you have winds generally coming from the north and even from the northwest in Maine, blowing up to 20 miles an hour. But then you move down, winds are moving to the west throughout the interior parts of places like Pennsylvania, all the way down to Virginia, of up to 20 miles an hour in terms of wind speed. Then we go to the south. I'm doing it again, folks. I'm doing it again. In the south, you have somewhat light and variable winds throughout parts of the southeast, but in coastal areas in the southeast, you have strong winds blowing up to 20 to 30 miles an hour in some places, most notably in the Outer Banks region of North Carolina. Tennessee, winds are coming from the east, blowing up to 15 miles an hour. Arkansas, Louisiana, winds are coming from the south, shifting to the northeast at up to 20 miles an hour. Texas and Oklahoma, winds are coming from the Gulf, but moving to the north, blowing up to 25 miles an hour. Florida, you have winds that are coming from the northeast, just blowing up to 25, close to 30 miles an hour in some places. In the Midwest, in the Midwest, you have winds that are generally blowing to the north, but otherwise it'll be just light and variable, moving up to 20 miles an hour. Great Lakes region, when the winds are still moving to the north, but some of the winds may be moving to the northwest, blowing up to 20 to 30 miles an hour in some places. The western half of the Great Plains region, winds are generally blowing to the north at up to 20 miles per hour, maybe up to 25 or 30 miles an hour, like western Nebraska. But in the eastern half, winds are moving to the east and then shifting back north once it reaches the Mississippi River, blowing up to 25 miles an hour. That's because you have an occluded front, folks. That's what we're dealing with. We move on to the west. In the west, let's start off in the northern Rockies. Winds are coming from the west, blowing up to 20 miles an hour, but then they shift to the northeast. In Montana, blowing up to 30 miles an hour. Wyoming, they're still blowing to the east, but southern half of the state, they're blowing up to 30 miles an hour. Great Basin states plus Colorado, winds are coming from the southwest, but shifting to the east, blowing up to 30 miles an hour in some places. Otherwise, it'll be light and somewhat variable. Desert Southwest, similar story, but in the northern half of both states, they're moving up to 30 miles an hour there. California, you have winds. Some places may be light and variable due to local geography, depending on where you are, in which part of California you are in. Hold on a minute. Okay, and then you have offshore winds blowing parallel down south at up to 30 miles an hour. But winds that do come on shore, they're blowing up to 20 miles an hour there. In the Pacific Northwest, winds are blowing to the east,